Hi guys, it's Sebastian with Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. I'm back with another video for you today. Today we're going to go ahead and review Prada L'Homme, the recently launched fragrance for men. It also comes as a woman's version as well, but today we're going to review the men's version, which is called L'Homme. And if you stick around till the end of the video, I have 5 samples to give away to 5 subscribers of Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. So please stay tuned. So last Saturday, I organized a San Francisco perfume lovers meetup called Sniffing Around Town here in San Francisco. And the very first stop was Nordstrom's. And I like to include Nordstrom's in the mix. Nordstrom's carries some niche perfumes like House of Matriarch and many others. But while we were there, the very first stop, I noticed that there was a new Prada L'Homme fragrance out. The associate there said, we just got the testers in, fragrance is not out yet. So I smelled it, but by the time I had gotten to the L'Homme, my nose was already kind of starting to not smell a lot of things because I had already smelled many in probably like less than an hour. So the associate said that the fragrance actually will be available for sale in a few days. So I went back and looked it up, and I decided to pick it up. It comes in a box like this. It's a pretty big box for a kind of a thin bottle, but I kind of like the bottle. As you can see here, it's pretty heavy. It's got this kind of a leathery look, but it's all, I guess, rubber or some kind of a plastic. It's got the Prada logo right here. The cap is decent. Sprayer is pretty nice. On the bottom it says made in Spain because Prada is distributed by Puig, and Puig is based out of Spain, I guess, so that's why it says that. So one of the reasons why I decided to pick this up is because what we have here is a pretty decent designer release as far as the scent goes. It smells great, but it really, really, really reminds me of this baby right here, Dior Homme. In fact, it actually reminds me of Dior Homme and Uomo by Valentino together. The name L'Homme is basically from the Dior fragrance. So it almost feels like they're just basically capitalizing on that Dior Homme fragrance. But I do like variations on this baby right here. I love flankers. So it does feel like it's kind of sort of like a offspring of Dior Homme, but it's not really, and it does feel like it's connected to this baby. As I said, it's not really, it's its own unique scent, but it's totally unoriginal scent-wise. Like, as I said, they're trying to capitalize on the success of Dior Homme. That's first impressions of this fragrance. But it's an eau de toilette concentration. This particular bottle right here, 100 ml, retails for $98. And the nose behind this fragrance is Daniela Roche Andrier. And the top notes are neroli and black pepper. Heart notes, we've got iris, geranium, amber, violet. And the base notes, we've got patchouli, cedar. So initially, when you spray this fragrance, you've got that neroli, and you know me, I love neroli in fragrances. So I really like that part about it. It's a little spicy from the pepper, but not too much. The iris kind of pretty much dominates, takes over. But it's got that iris mixed with the amber, which is also in the heart notes. The unique thing is both of those notes are still combined with the neroli. I get a pretty dominant neroli note in here, which I really like about this one. That's what makes it a little unique. Gives it a citrus edge, citrus floral edge to the fragrance, to the Dior Homme that I like, or the Valentino Uomo that I like. Not much violet comes through, I guess a little bit. And the worst part about this fragrance is, and it's not really a negative, it just feels somewhat synthetic metallic. When it's drying down, it does kind of get like that patchouli note, and then maybe perhaps the cedar combined with it. Kind of has this like synthetic metallic vibe. Not too much, a little bit. I can tolerate it. Usually I can't tolerate the very synthetic metallic fragrances. And anything that has very metallic sharp notes, it kind of makes me cringe a little bit. But this kind of almost goes there, but it doesn't, thankfully. I just wish they kind of decided to do something different, to be a little more unique, kind of, you know, being a little more original, which they weren't. But what we got from Versace recently, Dylan Blue, was a kind of a really bad release. I'm actually enjoying this one, and I will not return this bottle because As I said at the beginning of the video, I do like anything that sort of kind of smells like Dior Homme, where it's a little different, kind of feels like a remix. I like that about it because the Dior Homme line of fragrances are some of my favorite designer fragrances of all time, and experiencing a little update with that Neroli, it makes it a little more original and unique, but then again, it falls back on something that's already proven to be quality, popular fragrance, if that makes sense. Kind of like Hollywood with what they're doing. They don't crank out very original stories anymore. They kind of rely on remakes and part 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s and updates and all that kind of stuff, because you know the audience likes it and they'll go and buy it. So what they did here is basically the same thing. They took that Dior Homme, they studied it, and they said, we'll add a little bit of Neroli here and a little bit of amber there, and we'll come up with something a little unique. But then again, we know the audience really loves Dior Homme, but they'll smell it and they'll kind of think it smells similar and they'll like it, but then again, you've got those additional notes that kind of give it its unique twist. Now for performance, now this is where it kind of gets tricky on me. Freshly showered, I get about 5.5 hours, perhaps pushing 6 on this one, but at the end of the day when I wore it, like towards the end of the day or in the afternoon, it stays on me longer for some reason, and when my body temperature had heated up and I've sweated a little. But then again, as I said, when I'm freshly showered, it's usually 5 to 6 hours for the 2 or 3 times I've worn it. So overall, I'm happy with the release. I won't return this one like I returned Versace Dylan Blue. As I said, that one was just a disaster, but here we got a pretty unique fragrance, just not original, smells great, kind of a fragrance. So as I said at the beginning of the video, there will be a giveaway of 5 samples for L'Homme by Prada. All you have to make sure is be a subscriber here at Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. Put down your state you live in. Make sure you're in the USA, as I'll be shipping these to the USA only. But make sure you put down your state and also put down what you like about Dior Homme if you've already worn it before, and why you would want to compare L'Homme with Dior Homme if you won the sample. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching this video review for Prada L'Homme. Please let me know what you think about this scent. Have you tried it yet? Put down your comments. Please make sure you're subscribed to this channel. There is a subscribe button at the top so that you don't miss out on future giveaways and videos. Please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.